Top sell Chete Machete. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Three Rivers Survival. So, the El Chete. If you're like me and you like big knives, this is probably one you're gonna want to pick up. This is a huge chopping blade. Now, when I read the website and I watched a couple videos, this is not new. This has been around for some time. This is a chopping blade. It almost looks like a competition chopper, although this is something I would definitely take out to the woods. It also comes with a really nice Kydex sheath, and we'll get into that in a second. Just want to give you guys a little bit of the specs, but before we do that, what you need to do to support this channel is very simple. Like, subscribe, share, add some comments down below if you have this. If you want to be a Patreon member, please do so. It only costs you $1 a month. And any of the links that I provide down below, if it goes to Amazon, I am an Amazon affiliate, so I really appreciate that. Also, check out my other channels, Three River Blades and Three River Kydex. All right, guys, let's drop the camera. All right, guys, 1095. This is overall length of 17.5, so almost 18 inches. Overall length, blade length is 12 inches, cutting edge is 11.3. Blade thickness is 1/4 of an inch or 0.250. Acid rain finish. So the acid rain finish is really nice, very well done. It's not traction coating. I know there's a lot of people that don't like the traction coating, so if that's something you like, then definitely check this out. The handle material is green canvas, green and black canvas micarta. Really nice. I don't know if you could see those colors right there, but man, that is gorgeous all the way around. It does has the bow drill divots on both sides. The knife weight is about 30 ounces, so it's not a lightweight knife, but again, that kind of weight is going to help you out when you're trying to make those deep cuts. The weight with the sheath is 37.5 ounces. And again, Leo Espinoza is the one that designed this knife. And of course, this knife is super sharp right out of the box. Super sharp. All right, so let's talk about what I love about this knife. Honestly, it is a big beastie chopper. If you're into choppers, this is definitely something you want to look into. It does have two types of handle holds. So if you hold it back here, sort of in that Crusader grip, it's going to give you that full purchase, and it is very comfortable. It is almost over an inch thick. Okay, so this thickness right here is definitely going to help to hold onto that knife. It does have an exposed tang with 2 lanyard hole options, which is nice. You could also choke up on the knife by adding your finger. It does have this nice finger groove here, and honestly, that is a very comfortable feel. What's good about this knife, although it has the acid wash, you could probably strike a fire steel off that. I know a lot of people want that. When it comes to the grind, this is a high saber grind. Some people say flat grind. I get it, but ideally, if you look really tightly, you could see about a 1/2 inch above the spine has not been ground. So it's not an exact flat grind, and a saber grind is probably a little bit thinner, so it's somewhere in between. That being said, it will get really deep cuts. There are a lot of videos out there on this knife, and the problem is trying to get a hold of one of these. Now, if I could find one and I put the link down below, I will. You could also order from Tops, but ideally what you're going to look at is if you can go to a third-party vendor. That's where you're going to find them, or maybe on eBay or one of those sites you could probably find one. It does have a sharpening notch right here, and again, I do like the sloping bevel of the point, and I do like the sloping edge here. Okay, so when you're this is what I mean by chopping. This is a chopping knife. It's not made for anything else. There's no fancy bushcraft style. This is what I'm going to take out to the woods to build my shelter so I could survive. Again, if I need to cut down trees, logs, baton, this is the one that I want to take with me. It's a very simple design. The weight itself might be a little bit heavy, but what that does again is it allows me to do all the cuts that I want. Now, with the sheath itself, very well done. Again, black Kydex. There are 2 options. You can either get it with the spring clip like I have here, or you can get it with the dangler. Most people do like the dangler. I was able to get one with the spring clip. Again, to each his own. And on the button snap itself, it is a directional button, so you can't just push it in. You actually have to peel it in from the top to the bottom to snap it in, and then to pull it off, you have to pull from the bottom to the top. Okay, so that's a directional button. The way this fits in, very simple, is just make sure that you're in the groove, push it all the way in, and then of course snap it in and close it. All right, really easy design, very, very well done. I do like this knife. Again, on Top's website, they're going for about $330 on Top's website, but you can get it from other vendors for a cheaper price. All right, again, this is September 2022. It has been out for a while. Topps has over 300, I think, different knives. So, you know, once they sell out, they're very hard to get, and they also get very expensive on the secondary market. So if you have one, I would suggest to hold on to it. So let's bring it up top and talk a little bit more about this knife. All right, guys. So why do I like this knife so much? Man, because it just fits really well. Some other competitive options or something to look at. I do have my Essie RTAC. So if you look at the Essie RTAC, they're basically about almost the same size. The El Chete is a little bit, obviously, very wide, but it's almost the same size. Again, these are both really good knives, but this is definitely going to be a little bit heavier. Another competitive option maybe would be the Condor knife and tool. All right, so Condor knife and tool, give you a little bit of an idea of what that looks like. And I think this is the Parang knife and tool. So this is super lightweight. It's not even as thick. You can just look at the thickness right there. It's not even close to it. If I'm going to work on the downstroke, I definitely want my El Chete. But again, similar profile, although this is a Parang. Obviously, it's made for different uses as opposed to just chopping. Okay. Another competitive option, probably one of my favorites, is the Power Eagle. All right, Power Eagle is also a great knife. They are very similar as far as size and weight. This one happens to be full flat grind, where this one is mostly a flat grind. All right, but again, very similar, both manufacturers, really excellent styles. And again, these are both power choppers. Both of them will do you very, very well at Topps Knives. Again, the El Chete just feels a little bit better in the hand because of that big, bulky handle, that fat handle. It feels really, really good. So what you're going to get in the box is the blue card. The blue card is Topps certificate of manufacture and authenticity. All right. You get a lot of these. I have a whole drawer full of them. You're also going to get your Topps whistle. You might get a little bit of 550 cord. Topps whistles can either be round or the flat ones. The flat ones are nice. They're really good for your survival kits. You will get the sheath of your choice. And depending on which one you get, either the dangler or the clip itself, you decide which one you like. And obviously the El Chete, which to me is probably one of the best chopping knives that I've seen. I haven't had too much time on it. I did play around with it a little bit, but I want to do a full video on it once I get it out into the forest and do some damage to some dead trees. All right, so to finish up, would I buy this knife? The answer is outstandingly yes, I would buy this knife. If you wanted to save up for it, please do so. It's definitely worth it. I think this is a great knife for any type of camp chores. Again, it's a very wide knife. It's pretty easy to sharpen because it's only got one edge and one relief edge. That's it. And it's very, very straight. So again, any type of stone, work sharp, anything like that will put a really nice edge on it. And I think Topps does have a sharpening service for you. So if this thing gets really dull, you send it into Topps and they'll hook you up. All right. So really, really nice blade. Definitely worth the money. If you can get it for under $300, snap it up quick. That's all I could say about that. All right, guys, how do you support me? You can go to threeriverblades.com. You can become a Patreon member. If you become a Patreon member, only cost you $1 a month. You can check out the links down below. All the links down below will either take you to one of my social media accounts, or you can check out my other channels such as 3 River Blades and 3 River Kydex. Thank you very much, guys, and as always, please stay safe.